Finally got back up online. Want to say hello to everyone out there, and take one day at a time. I have been watching a ton of videos, lots of videos, um, in gardening. A lot of good videos out there, by the way. Um, all of them about the same in some instance. I see some people that are growing a lot, and I see some people that are, you know, maintaining the same number of items that they've been growing. I'm looking at, hello, how you doing? Merry Christmas. All right. I'm gonna say Merry Christmas. I hope that doesn't offend anyone. Good evening. Good evening. All right. That's all right. People stopping by. Um, and I am I'm excited. I know that Christmas. Excuse me. I know the garden is in my location is a long ways off, but I'm still excited. This has changed me. Even though I've said in the past, it's very important to grow your own food. And when went through or still going through the epidemic, I saw people that were going to the grocery store and attempting or hoarding food. I saw that. I saw grocery store saying only 2 items, only 3 items, and I saw that. Um, and it makes you think, what if something like that would have happened and it would have go on for months, years, and the people could up the prices of the food, and you had no control over anything. You had no way to go to get food, good food. And I thought about that, and I said, thank God, 20 years ago, I decided to put in a garden. When I first bought the house, that's the first thing I had in mind to do was to put in a garden. The best to you as well, young man. Yeah, I'm smiling because the day was a trying day. It was a trying day, but I still feel okay. It was a trying day. I'll be glad when I get my computer back up and running. Yep, that'll be a good thing to do. Oh my goodness, crazy times we're living in. Absolutely. You couldn't. I couldn't have said that better. I'm just sitting here. I'm enjoying looking at what you good people are writing, and I'm thinking I have plants downstairs that I brought in this winter. One is a um, what do they call that? It's a kiwi plant that produces whether you have a male or a female. You don't need two plants. You just need one. And I'm going to grow this plant out. That's my plan. Grow it out and then make it available to people. Um, I want to grow it out and then take cuttings and make it available. I have, so that means that I will have two different varieties of um, kiwi. One is Isaiah I have, and it's never really did anything really. It's in a bad spot, I think it is, because they like sun, and I got it in the area where I stuck it at the time, and it's partial sun in that area, but it's been holding on. It's been in now for about 2 or 3 years, and I used to get sometime I get berries on it, and sometime I wouldn't. I bought my young Maya lemon plant. I hope you're in an area where the market. Actually, I thought about getting a Meyer lemon, but I said I'm going to bring it indoors and in my location, bring it in and out, in and out. And I thought that would be too much trouble. But then I wound up buying a wonderful. It's called a wonderful pomegranate, and I bought the pomegranate, and it's in Zone 7B. Um, I bought it, and I just want to see how it grows because I really like pomegranate. Um, and I brought it indoors and seemed to be holding on. I watered it and put it near a window, um, and it seems to be holding on. It leafed out a little bit. So did the what's the name of that plant called kiwi? It leafed out as well, and I'm feeding them. What you call that? Let's see, my lemon is on keeping it indoors once it gets better established. Yes, that's what I did with mine. The uh, the kiwi. It was very young when I purchased it from this year past from what do they call it from Home Depot, and they never had kiwi in there that was male and female. It says need only one plant to produce fruit. So that's where I'm at right now. Excuse me, excuse me just now. I just was thinking about the kiwi plant. I got a lot of months I got to keep it alive, and before it turns up warm enough to even put it back outside. And once it goes back outside this year coming up, if Lord willing, it's going to go in the ground, and then the pomegranate's gonna stay in a container. Wait a minute, that blinked away before I got a chance to read all of it. You purchased a cherry tree from Home Depot. I wonder if you bought a semi dwarf or a dwarf because they used to be notorious, those box stores, for always selling semi dwarfs. And they got a nice little sale going on at um, what's the name of that store called Stock Brothers, where they got like one or two trees there that are 5 and 1, and I think that's interesting, 5 and 1, because um, I'll give a good example. They got an apple one, and I think one may be a cherry. Oh, okay. Oh, yeah, 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 yeah. Let me tell you something about the cherry trees. I got one, two, three, four. Wait a minute. One, two, three, four, five. I got five cherry trees. I got one that blossoms every year, never produce fruit because it needs a mate. Oh, you did good with the 4-in-1. Uh, and cherry trees, I bought them because you know how cherries are. Um, they are incredible fruit, and the um, the cherries that I have are pretty good. But I bought one from Stock Brothers. I can't call the name of, but it produces cherries, and it don't need another tree. And I ate from it this year. It only produced like 3 cherries, um, and they were absolutely incredible. So the other trees I have, they like um, trees that I got from a store. Hello, hello. Yeah, I got them from a store where they uh, they closed down because they kept selling you the wrong trees, and the other thing they would do is give you a wrong tree, and then they would also um, definitely make sure that they sent you trees that died, and I mean constantly they were dying. I know because I dealt with them. It was called Summer Stone Nursery. They gone now. Thank goodness. The attorney general went after them because there were too many complaints um, about them. And when they called and asked to use one of my videos in their court case, I told them, yeah, sure. Because they sold some horrible things. You would buy a tree and it would stay in the mail for 3 weeks. When it come to you, it would be dead. You would order 5 trees, 4 would be dead. One might be alive barely. You would soak them in water for 4 to 5 hours, and they would still. Some of them just wouldn't make it because they'd be completely dried out when you got them, and they wouldn't have no roots on them. They always clipped them back. I never seen a tree clip back that much. It didn't even have roots on it. That's all. So they gone because of the bad business they did. So I mostly deal with good, reputable companies that sell trees. Home Depot, Lowe's, um, and also Walmart. In the past, I stayed away from them because they just did not sell what I wanted. I kept asking them, why don't y'all carry? Now they carry them now, but back in the past they didn't. I said dwarf trees, not just semi-dwarf trees. Semi-dwarf trees in a small location can get a little size on it, but dwarf trees can get up to. Now they tell you dwarf trees get from 8 to 10 feet. That's not true. They'll get a lot bigger than that. So I could imagine what a semi-dwarf would do. Hello. See, on this particular device, your message comes up there and then it disappears. But on my computer, it would stay there. So I'll be glad when I get that back up and running. I just can't wait. I'm spraying um, small amounts, very diluted amounts of Epsom salt on my indoor plants, even the ones I brought in, because I want to optimize their ability to pick up sunlight. So I use that technique to help improve the plant's ability to pull in sunlight. Yep, it's not a bad picture. I may be getting a little sleep. I've been up all day. Um, oh my goodness, food has went up. Food has went up. Didn't food go up? Food definitely went up in cost, and I'm glad that I am uh, taking even more of an active role and bringing food in. I wish that Food Farmers Permaculture was still here because here's what I'm trying to figure out. We in Maryland have a number of snakeheads in the waterways we have here. So I'm going to get some more information, do some more information research, and also bring one home and cook it. But snakeheads and see how they taste. Because here's what I like about snakeheads. My understanding is they tell you to kill them, do not put them back in the water. You will face a fine if you put them back in the water in Maryland. I don't know if it's where you live, but snakeheads are not allowed to go back in the water. You must kill them. But if they are good tasting fish, and you can catch as many as you want, and they do get pretty large, some of them. There are a number of different species of snakeheads. So I'm curious. So I want to see if they're good tasting fish, and you can really dress them up and really have a good piece of food and not load it with bones. I will definitely go out and target that fish as well because they got a really bad rep here in Maryland when the snakeheads first appeared in numbers of body of water. They said that they're going to be tragedy. It's going to be horrible. They're going to eat up all the indigenous um, fish, and they will be the top of the food chain from your standard ones that were the top, like the smallmouth bass and largemouth bass and that sort of fish. Pike, pickerel. We'll see. All right, good people. This is the Morning Gardener, and I'm going to do this again because I enjoyed this. This is uh, me saying, remember to keep on growing, and I had a good time doing this. This is a good show. Thank you, and each and every one of you. Enjoy your holidays, and remember, as I always say, keep on growing.